of our people who are in need, who are right now experiencing problems throughout our nation and as well as outside. So I hereby call for a moment of silent prayer. Roll call, Chief Clerk.
Delegate Albert,
Amen.
Delegate Arnold,
Present.
thank you. Delegate Asher,
Diwang.
Delegate Posse,
Lagi.
Sangmao, Delegate Cantero, Delegate Chur,
Morning, Pre.
morning. Delegate Fritz,
I'm here, thank you.
Delegate Ashupuchi, Vice President Isonanca Neriarte, Delegate Canto,
Lagi.
Delegate Liwi,
Amen.
Delegate Martin,
Amen.
Delegate Mori,
Good morning, everyone. I'm here. Thank you.
Delegate Nabayan, Delegate Naij,
Here it is so.
thank you. Delegate Palsis,
Yes.
Delegate Riston,
Agye.
Delegate Simon, thank you. Delegate Samo,
Morning.
thank you. Morning. Delegate Sigra,
Ngayon,
thank you. Delegate Susaya,
Amen.
Delegate Takasi, Floor Leader Yatulman,
Good morning, I'm here.
morning. Delegate Pilian,
Here.
Mr. President, 22 delegates are present.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. So we have almost full house, so therefore we have a quorum, so we can transact business. Okay, adoption of journal, Mr. Floor Leader. Short recess, Mr. President. Short recess is called for. I move that we adopt the journals of the 32nd day, 33rd day, and 34th day. Second. It's been moved and seconded that the said journals for those days as noted by law leaders shall be adopted. Discussion? If no discussion, for the record, those copies of those, the journals of those days as noted are or have been provided to each and every one of us. If no other discussion on the matter, let's vote. All those in favor of the motion say aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion carried. Continuing on item 6, unfinished business. Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. President. For item 5, communications, none, Mr. President.
Sorry. Okay. Thank you. Item 6, unfinished business.
None also, Mr. President.
Thank you. Item 7, reports of committees.
Mr. President, none at the moment. No reports.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. Item 8, first reading of committee proposals.
None also, Mr. President.
Thank you. Please, Delegate Posse.
I call for wishes, please.
recess is hereby called for. our session is now back to order. Before we go into the short recess, we are on item 8, first reading of committee proposals. And any other discussion on that matter? If none, moving on, item 9, second reading of committee proposals.
Yes, Mr. President, we have
Chief
one
Clerk, yeah.
that is on committee proposal number 4-09 for second reading from your Committee on Government Structure and Functions, but first subject to review from Committee of the Whole or COW.
Okay. I declare a short recess. So now it's up for second reading for the 04-09. So the cow will take over. Right, eh? So we're gonna going to cow. I mean, yes.
After review of the proposal, and then you resolve it, the plan to the committee of the whole, the chairman of the call will take over. Thank you.
Okay. So, reading of the proposal, and then I will declare resolve or dissolve our plenary into the cow. We become cow, right? Right, and then call our session back to order. Before we get into the short recess, we're on item 9, second reading of the proposals. As was noted by Chief Clerk, the proposal for consideration is for second reading is 04-09. And there are rules under the second reading. I hereby resolve or dissolve our plenary into the committee of the whole. So therefore, the chairman of the committee, Chairman Asher, shall take over the discussion. Chairman Asher, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President. And now I also call the Committee of the Whole to order. We have one committee proposal that has passed first reading, committee proposal number 4-0. By rules, Chief Clerk, can you please read out the proposal in its entirety? Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Committee proposal number 4-09 is for second reading. Committee proposal number 4-09 is to amend Article 12 to add a new Section 4 to the FSM Constitution of the Federated States of Micronesia to create an Office of Independent Prosecutor.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. Once again, the purpose of our exercise here is to exhaust our discussions, our debates pertaining to this proposal. So at this moment, I will open the floor for discussion.
Mr. Chairman,
Thank you, Chairman Abed.
I move that rise to plenary and recommend vote on second reading.
Second.
Motion to rise has been called, been seconded. Yes, please, can we do that? Just to make sure we are in compliance with the rules. Can you read the proposal in its whole entirety, Chief Clerk?
Thank you, Chairman. Committee Proposal Number 4-09 is to amend Article 12, Section 4. It reads as subsection A, the office of the independent prosecutor is hereby established. Subsection B, the President shall appoint an independent prosecutor with the advice and consent of two-thirds of the members of Congress to serve for a term of 6 years and until a successor is appointed and confirmed. The independent prosecutor shall not be reappointed to a consecutive term. The President shall appoint the first independent prosecutor within 180 days of the effective date of this section. Subsection C, if the President does not appoint the independent prosecutor within the 180 days, the Chief Justice shall immediately appoint an acting independent prosecutor to serve until a successor is appointed by the President with the advice and consent of Congress. Subsection D, the independent prosecutor has the exclusive authority to subsection I, investigate and prosecute any person or entity, whether private or public, or any official of the national, state, or local government for the commission of any national offense relating to national funds. Subsection II, investigate and prosecute any official of the national government for the commission of any national offense involving public corruption. And subsection III, investigate and prosecute any person for any offense of obstruction or perjury committed in connection with an investigation or prosecution of the independent prosecutor. In the event of a conflict of interest inhibiting the prosecutorial capability of the independent prosecutor or his office, the Chief Justice shall appoint special counsel to investigate and prosecute the specific cases that are affected by such conflict of interest. Subsection E, the independent prosecutor may compel witness testimony and production of documents by subpoena, effect lawful search and seizure, and exercise such other powers as may be necessary to ease investigation or prosecution. The powers and qualifications of the independent prosecutor may be prescribed by statute. Subsection F, the office of the independent prosecutor is independent of administrative control, shall be adequately funded by Congress, and no statute, regulation, or directive shall be enacted or enforced which has the effect of reducing or eliminating the independence, power, or capability of that office, nor shall the compensation of the independent prosecutor and his staff be reduced during his term in office. The independent prosecutor shall report at least once a year to the President and Congress. Subsection G, the independent prosecutor may be removed from office for good cause by the President with a two-thirds vote of the members of Congress. Upon removal of the independent prosecutor or vacancy in the position, the Chief Justice shall immediately appoint an acting independent prosecutor to serve until a successor is appointed by the President with the advice and consent of Congress.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. There is a motion for rise, and it has been seconded. And without debate, we shall vote on that motion. All those who are in favor of the motion to rise, say aye. All of those who are opposed, say nay. Motion carried. For motion to rise, we have concluded our work on this proposal. So thank you very much for the short time that we've worked on this proposal, Committee of the Whole. Short recess.
Mr. President,
session. May I request the Chairman of COW, Chairman Asher, to make the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your Committee of the Whole has considered Committee Proposal Number 4-09, and I'm pleased to report that your committee recommends that the proposal be referred to the Convention Plenary for second reading voting. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman Asher. So, we're on that motion for second reading. Do I hear a motion for that? Mr. Yes. So, Florida, we are ready for second reading. Right, okay. So, second reading will be voting by delegation, majority of the 4 votes. So if no objection, I hereby call the votes, Chief Clerk.
For the state of Chuk,
Our vote is yes.
Chairperson Mori.
Yes.
Thank you. State of Koshai, Chairman Palsis.
Koshai votes yes.
Thank you. State of Pohnpei, Chairman or Vice President is Sonanka Nariarte.
Yes.
Thank you. State of Yap, Chairman Abayan.
Yes.
Mr. President, all 4 states voted for the said proposal under second reading.
Thank you, Chief Clerk. Therefore, that particular proposal 04-09 has passed on second reading. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause. Thank you very much for that contribution. Thank you. Okay, moving on. Item 10. Final reading of proposed constitutional amendments.
No, Mr. President.
Thank you. Item 11. Consideration of resolutions.
We do not have any resolutions, Mr. President.
Thank you. Item 12, introduction and referral of delegate proposals and resolutions.
We have, Mr. President, a referral sheet number 4-23.
Thank you. That particular referral sheet, attachment number 4-23, is supposed to be attached to the order. It's noted. No other discussion. Moving on to item 13, special orders.
None, Mr. President.
Thank you. Item 14, miscellaneous business. Does any delegates has miscellaneous business for discussion today's session? Yes, Delegate Suzanne.
I'm not sure this is the appropriate part of the calendar to make a motion on behalf of my colleague, Delegate Bassi, to make a motion that the plenary approve the withdrawal of CCBR 04-05 without the committee report from the Committee on Civil Liberties and Traditions.
I declare so recess. back to session, plenary session. We're on item 14, miscellaneous business. Does any other delegates wish to? Yes, there is that particular issue as noted relating to the amended emergency declaration for the quarantine in the FSM.
Mr. President,
Chairman Fritz.
in reading the amended emergency regulation, it's not clear whether now we can fly from Honolulu to Guam and then straight to Chuuk or straight to Pohnpei without going to what Delegate Susaya said, pre-quarantine in Guam. What's the intent from our good president? Does he mean that now we can directly just go straight to the state subject to their quarantine requirement?
Thank you, Chairman Fritz. Perhaps
Mr. President,
yeah, floor leader can clarify that as member of the task force.
yesterday I said that I will get more information, and I'm still looking at my phone because Health said they'd call me this morning, and they have not called yet, so we don't have an answer for you yet. Maybe if not now, then tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. So we need that information so it is clear. So when we fly in, we don't run into problems. All right, Senator Fritz, is that,
I thank the good floor leader, but hopefully his phone will be working and that an answer is forthcoming. But my concern relating to this is, this morning I read on CNN or the news that Dr. Fauci is infected with the virus, and Dr. Fauci had 2 or 4 shots. So it means this COVID-19 and its variants are very strong, and my request is to make sure that our national and state appropriate task force work together to ensure that this terrible disease actually does not reach our shore, and if it does reach our shore, productive activities are there to make sure that it doesn't spread and kill our poor citizens. But Dr. Fauci, who is the expert on this, he got infected with 4 shots.
thank you, Chairman Fritz. This, what you have said is very valid. Of course, we have to protect ourselves. But I know Dr. Fauci will not die from the disease. You may die on other things. Thank you. All right, Mr. Florier, do you have any other clarification on that matter?
No, actually, I was just going to say that opening up the border on August 1st is really us saying that we are ready to allow the virus to come into the country.
Well, sometimes you have to be bold to accept whatever comes. But opening up doesn't mean we're going to die of the virus. There may be like other viruses. We have plenty of viruses all over in FSM, but we're okay. Thank you. Anyway, but I know our governments, national and state, are taking precautions or advising our citizens, especially the vaccination needs to continue. Okay, so Floor Leader, you seem to be disagreeing with the President on the opening up of the... so thank you. As a citizen, thank you.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Well, there's nothing wrong with disagreeing because this is a democratic country, so there's no
No,
problem.
I am part of the team that recommends to the President to, you know, I mean, at some point...
President, are we in recess? No, we're in,
How much more?
we're not in recess.
Oh, so his statement is recorded?
Yes. No one can say anything. Right, Floor Leader, you're clarifying the matter, right? As a cabinet and also
I mean,
chairman.
that's the truth. That's the truth. That's what it is.
What's the truth
We
again?
have to open up. And so when we open up on August 1st, we are ready.
We're ready. Okay.
Accept the virus to enter the country. That's
All right.
exactly what it is.
Well, it's already here, so what's new? Thank you. We just have to be productive. Thank you for the information. Thank you, Mr. Floor Leader. All right, any other miscellaneous
Yeah,
business?
Mr. President, on the,
Yes,
on a more positive note,
Delegate
I
Ricardo.
thought it's relevant that for me to just express my deep appreciation to Chairman Labayan for leading the committee that was designed to review the proposal that we just adopted. From me as a delegate personally, I want to just say thank you to him as well as the members of that committee. I think the work that was done was excellent, and it's good to see that the vote reflects a 4 out of 4, and to me that confirms ownership of it, and that confirms our commitment when it gets in the ballot for us to take it forward for advocacy and hopefully success. But thank you so much to Chairman. I really appreciate it. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that point. Yeah. Okay, any other miscellaneous business? Anyone wish to share it before we move on? If none,
Mr. President.
yes, Delegate Canto.
I'm sorry to delay our meeting further, but I'm a curious person, and I have not been secured totally while on this island. So I would like to know, if possible, I learned yesterday the leadership, you had an executive meeting. Is it possible that you guys share with us outcomes of your meetings? Thank you.
What meetings you talk about? We have a lot of issues we discuss. I just want to ensure that our business move on. Yes, so don't worry, nothing secret. We're dealing with a lot of issues. Unless maybe floor leader, you wanna just
Well,
briefly
Mr.
talk
President,
about-
I'm worried. I'm asking because until now I don't have a car rental. I'm running around on somebody's car, and I don't know if there will be payment or not. You guys told me, but I'm not sure anymore.
Okay, I declare services. session. Before we took the recess, we were on miscellaneous business, item 14. Any other matters from anyone on miscellaneous business? If none, announcements by the various committee chairperson, chairman, or delegation
Mr.
chairperson?
President?
Yes, Chairman Fritz.
I think as we were discussing it during the recess, it seems to me that this plenary session for tomorrow will be delayed to 1 o'clock. And if that's the case, then the Committee on Finance and Revenue will move up its quote-unquote markup session to continue on what we did yesterday to 10 o'clock until we hopefully wrapped up with the pending issues in that particular proposal. So tomorrow at 10, the Committee on Finance and Revenue will begin its meeting here. And I request our colleagues from CHUK, who are members of that Finance and Revenue Committee, to please attend so we can have quorum and transact business.
Thank you, Chairman Fritz. Committee on Public Finance and Revenue tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, since we're not going to have session.
Mr. President,
Yes, Chairman Nabayan?
thank you. Your Committee on Government Structure and Functions will have its committee meeting tomorrow after plenary. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Chairman Nabayan, the Committee on Government Structure and Functions, tomorrow after the plenary, tomorrow afternoon. Thank you. Yes, Chairman Albert?
Thank you. This is for the Bombay delegation, so I'll just speak our language. Isogo na ako na katal katin ibalik moron meeting round. Moron che imsakla.
Mr. President,
Thank you, Chairman Albert. Just clarify. Yes, Chairman Nabayan.
yeah, I should have done this on the miscellaneous, but I wanted to express the committee's appreciation to Delegate Cantoros for his kind and statement earlier. But as the chairman of the committee, I'd like to point out that actually the real praise should really go to the proponents who introduced the various proposals that or the subject matter of the independent prosecutor's measure, because it was the wisdom in their proposals that actually guided the work that we did, and also the wisdom, intellect, and assistance from the members of the committee really helped. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. So still our announcements by the other, Chairman Simon?
Yeah, the Committee on Style and Arrangement will meet right after Pompey meeting. The notice is for 1 o'clock, but if the Pompey meeting finishes before that, if we could make it earlier, that'll be good, so members don't leave. Thank you. Today, I mean.
Thank you, Chairman Simon. So your Committee on Styles and Arrangement
Yeah,
is...
so, I'm sorry, the meeting, the Pompeian statement made by, Delegate Albert is for the Pompey group to meet immediately after this meeting. He so approved it, so we'll be meeting immediately after this meeting. So after that, if we could start convening on the style and arrangement, that'll be good, because we have one small thing to report out or finish up.
Yeah, thank you, Chairman.
Today.
So
Thank you.
your Committee on Styles and Arrangement will meet after your Pompey delegation meeting, whenever that is done.
That's correct. The announcement is for 1 o'clock, but there are other meetings after that, so it will be good if we can do it, if possible, before 1 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Chairman Simon. Chairperson Sikra? Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Committee on Chairing Appropriations will meet today following right after Committee on Style and Arrangement. The notice went out for 2 o'clock, but we will linger around waiting for it to start right after that. We hope to complete our work on Standing Committee Report 4-14, which was referred out again for us to do some more work on it. And then, other pending proposals, and this may be appropriate at miscellaneous item, but, whatever the rule says, the General Provisions Committee members are not taking in any more new proposals. This is the human part of it, not the part of it. But because our minds are closing out on new proposals, and so maybe today, if we don't get your feet in, then the human part of us are closing you out. So that is an announcement for whoever wants to bring in a new proposal, get it in, or you missed the boat. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairperson Sigra. We're all humans, so we follow your suggestion. Thank you. Any other announcements, Chairman Robert? Did you ask for the no? Any other announcements?
Can I just
from-
make
Yes,
some clarification, Mr.
Yes.
President? So the styles
under-
will be looking at the CPET proposal. And I suspect that after that, we will look at also the IP proposal.
The IP is already done today, the second reading, final reading. I'm sorry, yes, it goes to style next. But it hasn't been announced, so I will make the announcement for that for another time.
Okay. Thank you. Any other announcements by any standing committee chairman, chairpersons, or delegation chairman, chairperson? Okay, I guess we have all the schedules for after lunch and moving on tomorrow. So, it's a floor leader.
Mr. President, I move that we stand in recess until 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we stand in recess until tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Discussion, there's no discussion. All those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carried. So we stand in recess until tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Thank you. See you all then.
Thank you.
Thank you.